Most of Detroit's Black birth history is sitting inside of a museum. It is in somebody's basement. It is tucked inside a family Bible. It's written on the back of an old photograph, and a lot of it is living in the memory of an elder who may be the only person left who knows the story. When that person is gone, what happens to that history? That question is why I started the Detroit Black Birth Archive. My name is Shekita Long. I am a Detroit based community doula, community health worker, childbirth educator, researcher, and the founder of the Detroit Black Birth Archive. I spend a lot of time helping families prepare for birth, but I also started noticing how little we know about the Black people who delivered babies, cared for mothers, built hospitals, trained nurses, and educated families, and created systems of care right here in Detroit. Some of their names can be found in old newspapers, books, and historical records, but a whole lot of them are only remembered by their families. If we do not collect those pieces, we are going to lose them. When people hear the word archive, they may picture a building full of old newspaper that nobody is allowed to touch. But an archive can be with us, can begin with us. Black birth history includes the doctors who helped open doors when segregation tried to keep them closed. It includes nurses who trained and worked inside Detroit's Black hospitals. It includes midwives who delivered babies at home, sometimes without ever being recognized by the medical system. It includes doulas, childbirth educators, lactation workers, community health workers, and the aunties and grandmothers who knew how to care for a mother after birth. It also includes ordinary families. Your mother birth story matters. The hospital where your grandmother delivered matters. That photograph of your aunt holding a new baby in 1968 matters. The neighborhood midwife everybody called when labor started matters. That history, even if nobody put it in a textbook, matters. Detroit has a deep history of Black medical leadership and community care. People like Dr. Daisy Hill Northcross, Dr. Natalia Tanner, Mother Waddles, and the doctors and nurses connected to Dunbar Hospital help shape how Black families experienced health care in this city. But the archive cannot stop with the names that are easier to find. There were nurses, midwives, mothers, birth attendants, and neighborhood caregivers whose work may never appear in a newspaper. Their records may be sitting inside one box at one family's house. Their entire story may depend on one person remembering to tell it. We are living through a time when Black maternal health is usually discussed through death, disparities, and everything that's going wrong. We need the truth about that, but we also need to remember the people who built solutions, protected families, shared knowledge, and kept caring for one another when the larger system did not. Preserving that history gives us context for what families are facing today. It reminds us that Black people in Detroit have never been passive in our own health care. We created institutions. We trained professionals. We organized. We taught each other. We made a way. The Detroit Black Birth Archive is collecting historical research, family stories, photographs, oral materials, oral histories, and the names of Detroit Black birth workers. The work has already started through online stories, public education, videos, and community exhibits. My long term vision is a permanent place where this history can live and where families can also learn about birth today. But that future depends on what we preserve right now. I don't want this archive to speak over the community. I want Detroit families to help shape it. So I want you to think about your own family. Where were you born? Who helped your mother during pregnancy? Did your grandmother ever talk about delivering a baby at home? Was there a nurse, doctor, midwife, doula, or neighborhood caregiver in your family? Do you have old birth photographs, hospital bracelets, birth certificates, newspaper clippings, letters, or stories that should not disappear? Start by writing down what you know. Ask your elders while you still have the chance. Put names and dates on the backs of old photographs, and if they agree, record them telling the story in their own voice. If your family story connects to birth in Detroit, I want to hear from you. In the comments, tell me the Detroit hospital where you were born, or share one thing you know about your family's birth history. If you care about Detroit history, Black maternal health,